Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and turn on notifications so that you will receive alerts when there are new episodes. Go get it.
That's what I tell them. I've been grinding for so long, I wake up and chase my goals. I go out and I go get it. How to code, that's all I know. I don't succeed, then I don't breathe. Success, what does it mean? If I conquer all my goals, then I'm living out my dream. Dig deep, go out and get it. Success Chronicles. Compete until it's finished. Success Chronicles. Go take care of your business. Success Chronicles. It's deeper than just winning. Success Chronicles.
All right.
Let's get it, baby.
Yes, sir.
Man, just hanging today. Got lots going on with the thoughts,
Right.
I think just in talking with your situation, what we had earlier, the ability to push through.
Right.
I think business been on my heart, growth,
Right.
and then something that's been with me. But I guess we'll just hit on the first one. So where we are right now, I just say, man, it's been one heck of a week.
Yeah. Thanks.
And so, like, when I heard you say, man, just tired and pushing through,
Right.
how you push through when it get like that for you?
Wow. That's kind of a loaded question. So,
Yeah.
I mean, historically, I haven't really been diligent at pushing through in the same job. Prior to working for myself, I've been self-employed now for 7 years, and I'm 53 years old, and I've never worked for anybody for 7 years. So whenever it got to where I got to this point and I got tired, I usually found a way to do something else, talk myself out of maybe that job, but stay in the same industry. But my push through skills are kind of underutilized, I guess you could say, over the course of my lifespan, because when they say when the going gets tough, the tough get going, I literally got going somewhere else. So, hey man, these are all relatively new muscles because I'm never gonna fire myself. So now that I'm the boss, the buck stops here. So
Yourself?
when I'm tired, yeah. When I'm tired, my boss still makes me go to work.
Yeah.
And so I can't argue with him. As Snoop Dogg say, he is I and I am him. So
He is I and I am him.
Yeah, man. So I don't know. This is new. I will never quit on me. So I guess that's what I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe you could speak more to that one, bro.
I think too, man, I love how you went historically on it.
Yeah.
Because like, to me, when I asked the question, I was just thinking in the current moment, but really, like, there is, in anything we do, there's history or backstory to all of it.
Absolutely.
I love that. Yeah, I think, but I agree with you too. Just reflecting back on not quitting on yourself. Because I think, even in all of the things that you've been blessed to do and achieve, at the end of the day, you know that you've put the work in to be where you are.
Right.
And so at the end of the day, like, bro, you put too much work into this. Can't quit.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And that's not an option.
Yes, sir.
And so I think that's the first thought that comes up. I think the next thought for me is reflecting on your why. Like, why? And I mean, this is not a question to you, but just in general.
Right.
Why are you doing this?
Yeah.
Like why did you choose? Because you chose it.
Right.
Like, why did you choose to do this? And I think when you reflect on that, I think it helps bring you back to center and remind you,
Right. When you say it may not really apply to me, it still does. It's still relative to an entrepreneur, because though I started with a clear vision of why. Sometimes in the rigors of profit and loss statements and paying bills and receivables and managing a team, man. Sometimes you really ask yourself, why did I do this again?
Yeah.
That it really gets lost, especially for me. When I started with one man, one shop, I had one chair.
Yeah.
So I was the only employee that I had to manage. So it's a lot easier to manage your why when you're the only variable. But when you start adding other components to your why, sometimes trying to, be the best boss and lead by example and make sure that your team is taken care of. You're a boss, not just because you're eating, but it's my team eating.
Yeah, yeah.
And so sometimes in the rigors of making sure your team is doing well, the why gets cloudy, sometimes. So I'm really glad you said that, because it just, when you made the statement about your why, it came all rushing back, the clarity of what my why was. But had you not said that, I think it would have remained somewhere in the distant, somewhat at a distance from me. So yeah, I appreciate just that statement, man.
Yes, sir. I think too, when you said that, I think it hit a couple things for me. I think the entrepreneurship piece of it, but then also the growth piece of it as well.
Right.
When you look at the entrepreneurship piece, it's all a team.
Right.
I love how you said went from a one-man team to a real team.
Right, yeah.
And then, really some of those things that happen with the team are out of your control.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so then that goes into, okay, how you going to adjust from that? And I think that's another piece that can either, because how you adjust, it either inhibits your growth or it allows you to have maximum growth.
Wow. Wow. I'm thinking about the reaction, and so just that word, it's a returning action. And so I played tennis, right? And so I was really good, but what happened was, when I got to the level of state, I got beat in the state championship because the gentleman that beat me outserved me. And so the problem was, his serve was so powerful, my reaction was slow. And so it wasn't that I didn't have a reaction, but an ill-timed reaction is just the same as no reaction at all. And so I'm hearing you and I'm processing, man, all I'm seeing is aces.
Yeah, flying by you.
I'm just like, dude, can you slow down? Give me a chance to kind of respond. And sometimes that's just like I feel life is. It's all aces. And if you're not careful, you're on the receiving end and you want life to slow down, and it doesn't. And so then how you said react.
Yeah.
So how do you react when you don't feel you have the resources to react appropriately?
Yeah.
But no reaction is a reaction in and of itself. So that part, trying to do something and not go down just watching all these balls pass by you in life.
Ooh,
so that's where I am, man. I'm just like, I'm blown away right now by, man, what is my posture? Am I standing there like, there goes another one, there goes another? I won't get aced out of the whole game if I don't at least take a swing. Yeah. So, man, wow.
That makes me think of, I love that analogy you gave too. Never would have thought of that. But it also makes me think about in sport how I work with a coach, and like at the beginning of the season, or like going in the off season, or when you have change.
Right. Yeah.
People are looking for, like, man, is it gonna slow down? And the coach is like, hey, it ain't gonna slow down. I'm gonna keep giving it to you every day. So you gonna have to figure out how to adjust and make it happen.
Right.
Because it ain't gonna slow down.
Right.
And so just like you said, man, that is a life lesson, man. Like, life will run over you.
Yes, sir.
Not just in business, but in life.
Absolutely.
It'll run over you, man, if you don't figure out how to adjust and manage and put yourself in situations where you can handle.
Right. Whew. Wow. That's cool right there. Put yourself in situations, but how do you do that? I mean, that sounds like okay, that's a wise conclusion.
Right.
But how do you get from a position where you're feeling vulnerable and exposed to a position of power?
I think that in itself is a process, because that can't happen in one day. So I think for me, it's a matter of, man, just show up today. Just have a great attitude today. Just give me everything you got today. Right? When you do that in that day, you have exponential growth. You show yourself that you can do hard stuff.
Okay. Wow.
Right? So then you reflect. You hit the ground running the next day. Just show up today. Just have a great attitude about what you're doing today. Give me everything you got today. And the same thing, you reflect. And so you continue that process for a week, right? And you go a week, you're like, oh, okay. But along that process, it gets easier.
Right. Okay.
Come on. And then you continue that for a month. But along that process, it gets easier. You see, oh, I got to push myself a little more.
Right.
And so when you continue to do that, I think like when you feel yourself being overwhelmed or like it's coming fast at you, I saw something today. You got to practice mindfulness.
Practice mindfulness.
Yeah, okay. Be in the moment.
Right.
Be grateful for the opportunity. Pressure is a privilege. You know, all of those things that you can think of that like remind you that, hey, you've worked your tail off to have the opportunity to be in this position.
Wow.
And I think that kind of jolts you to like, whoa.
Wow.
That jolts you to like, well, no, I'm all right. I can do this.
Wow. So when you said that, I heard, like you said, you know, how do you put yourself into a better position, right? It starts with what I realized was sometimes you have to change your expectations.
Yeah, man.
So see, when I'm sitting there and watching these fast 100-mile-per-hour serves fly by me, having to keep a good attitude. So then at some point I have to change my expectations. So maybe I don't win this game.
And I win the match.
But see, the thing about tennis is he only gets to serve for one game, and then it's gonna be my turn. You alternate. So if I get so caught up in the fact that I'm losing this game, I may lose the entire match.
Lose them all.
Because I've self-checked, and now I have this self-defeated attitude. My attitude is poor, though I get another opportunity. But my attitude is poor that even when it's my opportunity, I'm still ineffective because I'm still stuck in the last game.
That's good, Doc.
Man.
That's so good.
Wow.
That's so good.
Wow. And I have 100% control over my attitude while these balls are flying by me.
It's a choice.
Wow.
What do you choose? You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
But then reps make you better. And
yeah.
You're reminded that when you get in those chances, you're reminded, oh, this ain't gonna last too long.
Come on, man. Come on.
You know, it ain't a permanent thing. I'm gonna have an opportunity to give it to him too.
My serve is coming.
Yeah.
Wow.
It ain't a okay.
Wow.
I'm gonna try to adjust and make it happen and you know, do what I need to do. But if he does give me on this,
right,
I got a shot too.
Wow. So sometimes I've been accused of being a pretty deep thinker, and you know,
no,
that's sometimes not a compliment, right? Because at times I can identify with the phrase analysis, the paralysis of analysis.
Yeah.
And so that's the con of being a deep thinker. Sometimes you're so lost in your head, in the cerebral, that you miss the natural thing that somebody less intelligent would have known. Just smile.
Because they're putting the work in.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're thinking about it.
But I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
Wow.
I love that too. Like, in all cases, it's important to be vulnerable and continue to look at ourselves and evaluate ourselves to be the best version of ourselves. That's three things that I said 3 times. That's a word I said 3 times. Self.
Yeah.
And so I think it's important for us we always have to really, evaluate ourselves. Like, what did I do to put myself in this situation? Am I matching my alignments, my beliefs with my actions right now? And then when we do that, it allows us to be in alignment. Come on, you'll understand this one. But being in alignment with our assignment. Come on.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay. What does that mean? I hear you. Break that down for me.
So what that means is, like we talked about, throughout this whole, with what we've talked about already, we've talked about the process of getting to where we are today.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Exhausted.
Yes, sir.
Excited.
Right.
Grateful. Tired.
Yeah. 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 Wow.
Like all of those things that we are, both of us today.
Right.
It takes a process to get to that. But within that process, it's taking some years, man. And I'm really going back to when you said, like, you went back. I wasn't even thinking back. I was just thinking now.
Right.
But then I was like, oh, you're right. You're right about that.
Yeah.
Like, you got to go way back.
Yes, sir.
And that process, reminds you of, like, man, like, we're doing what the big man has called us to do.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I think that's our assignment is your calling. And I think the alignment piece comes when you put the work in to enhance what your calling is. We all have those natural abilities. Come on, we all have them.
Wow.
But are you going to sharpen the skills to enhance those by the work that we talked about, living and learning?
Right.
Earlier. Right. And so, I think that's the piece that allows us to be in alignment with our assignment.
So just talent is not enough.
No.
Wow.
Talent ain't enough. I might butcher this, but I heard this: hard work beats talent when talent won't work.
I like that. I like that.
I mean, we're all blessed with some kind of talent, a gift. But do you want to enhance it?
Right.
Do you want to make that gift better?
Man, as we have these discussions, I gotta confess, I need them, but I really don't like them. I really don't like them because you're forcing me to do something. Daddy used to say, think twice, you'll be the smartest man in the room. So you're forcing me to think twice. And so, yeah, we have to think back. Like you said, historically, you hadn't looked at it in that perspective, but we have to, because we are the sum total of our past decisions.
Come on.
And so a friend of mine likes to say, how you do anything is how you do everything.
Yeah.
So because I learned how to quit young in life, particularly young in sports.
Boy.
That's why I never worked for anybody other than 7 years. I mean, up to 7 years like I worked for myself, because I taught myself on the football field. Hey, when I first got my bell rung, and look at that was a concussion. We didn't call it concussion then, right?
Like that, no.
Hey, man.
That's too hard.
It. I walked off the field.
Hey.
Gave my helmet to my dad. I said, hey, man, I quit. He said, get back out there. I said, you get back out there. And I never talked back to my dad. So he knew when I said that, I meant it. So he let me quit. Now, fast forward, at 53, that was 7 when I quit. I still have that tendency that when I get hit too hard.
Oh, man, that's deep.
So you have to go back. And so when you asked me back at the beginning of this conversation, is how do you press through? And so when you say hard work, I've always been talented. In fact, I've been accused of being multi-talented. So if it got too hard, instead of pushing through, I just switched to another talent. I ain't got to play football. I can run. So I quit football and ran track. To the track coach wanted us to run bleachers. I ain't like running bleachers. So guess what I did? See?
Went and played tennis.
That's how I ended up on the tennis team. Boy, you cold. Wow.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
It's crazy how those lessons teach us life stuff, and it's good when we can have an opportunity to reflect on that and understand the why we are how we are.
Yes, sir.
Because I think that'll allow us to be better on that.
Wow.
And just like when we talked about the pushing through,
Right.
like knowing that, in your drive to be the best entrepreneur, businessman, person, whatever. Well, bro, like if I quit, I got people depending on me.
Yeah.
Like you said, I'm not a one man.
Right.
It's not a one chair.
Wow. Wow.
I got people depending on me.
Yes, sir.
And so now you can't. Like, bro, I chose this. I can't quit. It's not just me not eating. It's them people I love not eating.
Wow.
And that's unacceptable.
Wow. Yes, sir.
Like, I can go without, well, no, I can't.
So you gonna tell that one?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. I could possibly go without eating, right? Or not eating as good.
Yeah.
But the people I love, they got to eat good, man. So whatever I got to do, I got to get over myself and push through and make it happen. Because it ain't about me. It's bigger than me.
So when you say, go get it.
Man, I mean that, dog. I mean that with every fiber in me. Like everything I got, I mean that.
I wonder would you go get it with as much tenacity if nobody would benefit from it but you?
I would say in general, I'm not just gonna say me, but I would just say in general, probably not.
Okay.
Because if you don't have a bigger why,
there you go.
then when you got tough things that happen to you, it's easy to quit.
Wow, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you don't have a bigger, if you're not doing something that's big, involved in something that's bigger than you, and realize that, bro, it ain't about you, it's bigger than you.
Right.
Then yes, for example, like team.
Right.
I learned to be a great teammate in my house. And my mom, I'll tell this story. Growing up, we didn't have a washer and dryer. We had to go to the washateria.
Washateria, yeah. It's
right.
a southern word.
Come on. And so, my mom would say, boy, she know my name. She gave me my name.
Right.
Boy, you round up all the dirty clothes and bring them in here in the living room.
Right.
And put it in the sheet, not the basket.
Right. Yo, come on, man.
Come on. What?
Yes, sir.
And you put it in the basket and tie the sheet up.
Right.
Girl, my little sister.
Right.
You go around, you get the quarters, the soap powder.
Right. Come on, man. Taking us back.
Hey, the soap powder.
Yes, sir.
And y'all come in here. We'll meet y'all in 15. You got 15 minutes.
Right.
So that's the first head coach that I had. And so I had to do what I was supposed to as a teammate, because if I didn't do what I was supposed to do, then my family don't have clean clothes for the week.
That's good. I never looked at it like that. You said something so rich that your mom was first head coach. I mean, that's, hey, in a nutshell, yeah. I never looked at it that way, but you're absolutely right.
And so, that analogy just showed me right there. Like in anything that I'm involved in, that's why I love like teamwork,
right?
Sports, it'll teach you so much, and that's allowed me to be a great teammate. As I was in school and into college and into my career and profession and everything I do, I just strive to be a great teammate. So like going back to where we were, so when I get in these times like where we are right now, exhausted, bro, you got to get over yourself, Chip.
Wow.
And push through.
Yeah.
Now when it's time to rest, you get rest.
Yeah, for sure.
But push through, man. and you can.
The team is dependent on you.
Yeah, the strength of the wolf is in the pack. The strength of the pack is in the wolf.
Man. Wow. That's good. Man, you helped me. You helped me.
Right back at you, bro. you always do.
Yes, sir.
It's always good to have those kind of conversations and reflect.
Now you got me really thinking, asking myself, what kind of teammate am I? I said, I've been the coach for so long. I wonder if coaches ever ask themselves that, because you're still a part of the coaching team.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you're still going, you're still a team.
Yeah, still a team.
Yeah. That's the thing too, the humbling thyself and reflecting on that piece is important. And then are you, I say using is not the right word. Are you maximizing the strengths of the teammates? You know, like I was saying, with mom had me get the clothes and tie them up and load the car because my sister, you know, well, I'm stronger.
Right, yeah.
Well, yeah, I need to be able to do that. You know, so are you maximizing, you know, I think as a coach, to be a great teammate is to maximize the strengths of all your teammates so that it benefits all of us.
So when you say team, I think of, we call it a coaching team, but we also call it a coaching staff. So biblically, a staff, Moses had a staff.
Yeah, boy.
And so the staff is what he used to keep himself standing.
Yeah.
He keeps himself from falling over because in and of himself, he wouldn't have a balance.
I see where you're going. Come on.
He had to apply his staff
Yeah.
when his legs got weak, when his legs got tired. So like you said, we're sitting there tired and fatigued, but it would be foolish for me to be standing there holding this walking stick and fall down.
Yeah.
Man, how you fall down holding the walking stick? Because I didn't use my staff. So David said, thy rod and thy what? Staff, they comfort me. That's what the staff is supposed to do. Woo! So now I'm asking myself, how am I sitting here tired with a staff? I could have stayed a one-man chair, one-man shop. But why become a multiple chair shop, have multiple team members, which is my staff, and then fall down holding the stick? Woo! Wow. The staff is supposed to comfort you. But then look, then sometimes leadership, our arrogance, our own insecurity, you said it, our own transparency and vulnerability is sometimes you need to admit you need help.
Yeah.
I had somebody tell me once that I asked him why he didn't offer that advice at the beginning. He said, well, you look like you had it all together. So now I'm sitting there struggling and resentful of my team because they're not helping. They looking at me like, dude, you got it all together because you make the struggle look so effortless that the team feels like they don't have a real role to play. When in essence, I wish they would play a role, but I won't ask for help, and I'm so good at the struggle that they can't even tell I'm struggling no more.
You said you was a deep thinker.
Hey man, I'm just telling you, these are things that people like you bring out of me, man.
So good.
My rod and our staff comfort me.
Yes, sir. And you know, just seem to talk about that with the staff. I've had, you know, several experiences where it's been that way. And I think in that reflecting, it's important to say, man, I need help, y'all. Like, man, I need some help. Like that just, that just hit me deep right there too. So I've been in several situations where, when you realize like you just can't do it on your own. I think you want to, which is great.
Right.
When the want to is there, you got to have the want to.
Right.
But then there comes a time where in order to have the exponential growth,
yes, sir,
you have to understand you cannot do it on your own. Hence the team, hence the staff, hence the comforting you.
Come on, man.
Hence the maximum growth.
Wow.
Hence the we all get better, we all
Yes,
eat.
sir. Yes, sir.
Hence the it's a corporation and not a one man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So it's a team. See, the team needs to feel needed.
Oh my gosh.
See, they need a why too. But man, what's the why if the leader doesn't tell them? Your why is I need help. And you have what I need.
Yeah, I need you.
How much harder would they go for me if they understood I needed them? You're not replaceable.
You're valuable. You're a valuable asset to what we got going on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You're going to get max production every day.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Man, it's I'm gonna share this analogy. Man, I was as a coach, I had moved to this different school, and I was new with the staff, and we had a kid that did something on the field that he could have been better on.
Right.
And I didn't go nuts on him, talking down.
Right.
And I was in the box. I was like, "Hey, coach, put him on the headphones." And I said just a few words to him. I said, "Hey, man, we don't need you to do that. You're valuable to what we got going on. We need you to be on the field and not on the sideline." And at the time, I didn't think about I wasn't thinking about like how you said. But that was just real.
Yeah.
Like, hey, bro, like, there's consequences to that.
Yes, sir.
Let's not do that.
Right.
Because like you are needed.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And so after had the conversation with the athlete with, "Hey, thanks," and made me feel better about it. And then the athlete continued to make better decisions after that.
Wow.
And it's the same way, just like you talked about, when you know you're valued and you need it. That's why it's important to say thank you. I think too, when you said it, it brought to my attention, it's important to tell people you are valued. Like legit say it.
Yes, sir. Yeah, those words. Yeah.
Like, and it's hard to do.
Yeah.
Because you get so caught up in doing your thing. But that is a rare thing.
So we use the word often, and it's lost its potency because of overuse. We'll tell people, they tell you something that is a compliment, or that's showing you that they value you, and you'll say, "Hey, man, thanks, I appreciate you." Well, in the gold market, what happens when gold appreciates, it means its value increases. So when you tell somebody, "I appreciate you," what you're in essence saying is your value has risen. And so if we would learn how to truly not just use those words, appreciate our brother, but say, by me telling you what these kind of conversations do, I appreciate you, I raise your value. But see, what happens when iron gets up against iron, see, I can't sharpen you, I can't raise your value without you raising my value. And so we both walk away with great value. That's what true appreciation is. But we spend far too much time talking down on our brother. So watch this. We do the opposite, and we depreciate one another.
Appreciate and not depreciate.
Yes, sir.
So good.
So, Mr. Baker, I appreciate you.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Man, so good.
Amen.
Go get it.